Welcome and thank you for that great introduction music, and also Roger, what an amazing studio you have built during Christmas and New Year here. Really looks impressive. This is the first Bosch Nordic talking newsletter. Normally we send out newsletter every month, but just to make it a little bit more interesting, we are starting this format now to do a quarterly newsletter talking update. So what are we going to talk about today? First of all, a review from 2020, what has been a quite a different year, but we're also going to look into 2021 and the importance of data. Why do we think that is important? How does Bosch look at it? Then we're going to have two different case studies, from one in Finland about the conference system that has been built and installed by a system integrator of us, and the other one is from the Lithuanian border project. That is also a really amazing project that we have been involved in. After that, we're going to have a portfolio overview from the different business units, so it's fire, it's audio, and it's video. And that will also be quite interesting to see what we can actually support you with. And as a roundup, we're going to just talk a bit about webinars, events, and trainings that's going to come up this year in 2021. But first of all, the Bosch brand. Probably, as you know, it's very important for us with the quality. It's our key, one of our key values. We don't let products out that we don't see is working in the market. Responsibility. We take our responsibility all the way from start of manufacturing till the product ends. And also we listen and see what does the market really wants. Fascinating products. Hopefully you agree that we send out fascinating products that is simple, that is really easy to install, and really works for the purpose it was built for. And global partnership. We try to be as close as possible to our partners, you out there. And this is also really important. That will be a key thing for also 2021. But it's not only products and brand promises. I will share some facts with you what Bosch Nordic is. Bosch Nordic, it's one region, yes, but it's actually 7 different countries. So it's Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, which means 7 different languages, and also 4 different currencies, and in total 2.6 million people. So it's a big region, not as big as Germany maybe, or UK, but it's a very big region, and as you see on the map, we are widely spread over a large geographic area. So what sectors are we doing? Mobility. We have one company in Lund that do a lot of mobility solutions, like the infotainment to cars, security, and so on. Industrial technology, consumer goods, of course, that hopefully most of you know, and also energy and building technology. That's where we are, energy and building. So how was 2020 for Bosch Nordic, for all of those sectors? We were 2,600 employees last year. Quite impressive. Revenue 1.78 billion euro. But we not just take money from the Nordic region, we also do a lot of investment. We actually invested 9.6 million euro in 2020 in the Nordic region. And Bosch BT, how did we do? 2019, we did more than 100 face-to-face activities. This had to be changed last year, and we realized quite quick that the pandemic that was going around wouldn't end up that fast. So we started to create webinars. And we did more than 24 webinars last year. Now, those has been highly appreciated. It has been seen by more than 10,000 people. We also did the first ever hybrid roadshow, which means that we were broadcasting from this studio, but we also had locations where you could participate. And we also succeeded. 2019 turnover. We grew by 15% last year. So even during challenging environments, we managed to succeed and grow thanks to you, dear partners. But let's forget about 2020 and look forward into 2021 and the future. What do we believe in? As I said before, data is important. Why do we think data is important? We're going from things, anybody can produce things, to IoT with a bold T. And there was a statement saying that all products 2020 should be connected. Yes, we are there. And 2025, we see that all or most of the products should be either processing AI, artificial intelligence, or utilizing artificial intelligence. Because that's where we really can start to look at pattern and use the data that is coming from all our devices. Just an example, the car manufacturer, it's a big portion of Bosch turnover, and we put a lot of resource and development in there, and doing sensors and also artificial intelligence for self-driving cars, for them to sense, think, and act by themselves. And why do I talk about self-driving cars and artificial intelligence in building technology? Because there was no way we could have developed that in the security department. So we actually benefit from what we're doing in the car manufacturing industry. So the key is data. To collect data, generate data, and know how to process data. And that will be the future. We are looking at Bosch hybrid cloud, and we're putting more and more information up in the cloud. And now what we need to do is to figure out how can we benefit of all that data that is produced up in the cloud, or produced. So that was a very, very short introduction. Hopefully it was a little bit showing where we're going and what we have done last year. And now over to the audio case story from Finland, and Ozan and Johanna that will be driving this and explain what have we done with this audio conference.
Hello everyone, my name is Ozan Reşat Altındiş. I'm the product manager for communication products in Nordics. And I'm responsible from voice alarm systems, conferencing systems, and commercial audio. As you know, Bosch is one of the biggest manufacturers in the world, in EMEA, and also, of course, in Nordics, installing hundreds of projects every single year for evacuation systems, professional audio systems, and many more audio systems, and for sure, conferencing. Today we are here actually to mention one of our best practice cases that we thought it would be really good for you to see, and that's the reason why I have Johanna Kari with me today from Caverion, Finland, who keeps installing great projects. Hello, Johanna, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Can you tell us a little bit yourself, please?
Yeah, hello. My name is Johanna Kari. I work as a product manager in Caverion, Finland, responsible of audio systems, evac, pro audio, and conferencing.
Thanks. I think here we should mention a little bit about the last year before we step into the project. 2020 was a challenging year. Many business and even the products had to change. And of course, conference was one of the affected businesses because basically the idea is people are gathering together, sitting on the same table and start discussing something. So how did you see customer needs changing? How did you see the market?
Well, during the pandemic, it's a new normal to use remote discussion systems in the meetings. Most of us have used Teams, Zoom, or Skype for this. If the remote meeting is only discussion, the sound quality is very important here. With ceiling microphones, there is no control over the who's speaking, so in active, noisy meetings, it can be a problem. With separate mics, you can have only one or two microphones open, so sound quality is getting better. Tabletop microphones or ceiling microphones can be used if the room is small. When the room gets bigger, acoustics will have an impact to the sound quality. Well, all the Bosch discussion systems are easy to connect with Teams or Skype, either directly or via USB interface. This way we can easily build up a high quality remote discussion system with personal microphones.
Yeah, but what are the challenges you face for this remote conferencing?
Well, if a remote discussion is more formal or voting is needed and it needs to be controlled, things get tricky. Of course, you can use different web-based systems for voting a request to speak, but it really doesn't work that way. With Bosch discussion system combined with the MVI audiovisual, the problem is solved.
And all kind of Bosch portfolio can be used with this kind of third-party softwares, right?
Yeah, of course. You are correct, Ozan. EasyConf integrates fully with Bosch CCS, DCN, the older system, or the new descending system. So this way you can extend the life of an old DCN system as we did last year in Kemijärvi, northern Finland. The basic software takes over the meeting control locally. Next, the whole display are introduced and tailored info of a meeting, voting, speech times, who's speaking, who's next, and so on. When cameras are introduced, we can add automatic cam control to the system and stream the whole meeting to internet or record that to the server. Finally, the Easy Connect app brings the remote meeting functions to the system. You can use local PC or tablet even to join the meeting with the functions like you would if you were in the room.
Okay, this part is really interesting because generally in the meetings there are someone taking care of technical stuff or something about the meeting, like noting attendance, taking notes about the meeting, maybe sometimes officially writing down the votings and those kind of stuff. How do you really handle that part when it is completely remote? Because then you cannot have that stuff there.
Well, the attendance registration is done by inviting the delegate to join. So this way attendance is registered when he or she joins the meeting. In the Easy Connect app, there's a request to speak and voting functions and selectable languages if that function is used. So after the meeting, report of that meeting is created. It can be saved to the server, it can be printed, or even emailed, for example, delegates or media. So all this automatic with the local language. Later, you can make all kinds of reports of the meeting based on the meeting data saved from the meeting. So including attendance info, speech times, voting results, and so on.
Yeah, so of course that solves the problem. But other people has to be in that room during the meeting is interpreters. What about the remote interpreting? How do you handle that part then?
Yep, the feature is there in Easy Connect. So when Bosch interpreter desks are used on the room, the remote participants can select the language they want to use or hear. So it's there. So it can be selected locally in the room and of course on the remote delegates PCs also.
So also interpreters will be connecting remotely via this function.
It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us specifically for the last project that you installed? I have heard that it was closer to Santa's home than yours. It was really far away up in North Finland. Is that right?
Yeah, it was. The latest project was in Kemijärvi, city of Kemijärvi, about 50 kilometers north from the Arctic Circle. So it was really close to Santa. As I told earlier, they updated their Bosch DC and next generation system with the new CCU and then with the new MVI audiovisual EasyConf system. So it's really functioning there. This update brings full control and automated hall displays to the DCN system. Next, they will update the system with the remote meeting features, so including request to speak and voting. So all this with automated camera control and streaming.
Why would you choose Bosch to create such application for remote conferencing?
It's because of the software integrates directly to the Bosch system, so it doesn't really matter what kind of system we are using from the Bosch portfolio, that the MVI software integrates directly and takes full control of the Bosch units. So with Bosch, we have great sound quality, and with the MVI, we have the full control over the system. With Bosch portfolio, you can choose the system by the features you need. If you need only discussion, choose CCS 1000. If it has to be wireless, go with the wireless descending system with simple discussion units. Even the CCS 1000 system can control several cameras automatically. When the microphone is open, the camera is turned towards the speaker. If more control or information is needed, choose descendants with voting or full function with touchscreen. If larger screen or control without the PC is needed, descendants multimedia can be used here.
Johanna, thank you very much for your time, for explaining us this great project, and for installing great projects every single time. Thank you very much. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Ozan and Johanna, for that very interesting case about the audio in Finland. And hopefully now, when we have shared this, there will be much more of those. So get back to us and we will support you. And now, over to Anders and Oleg and the border project.
So welcome. Now it's time to go over to my dear friend and colleague Oleg Sokolov in Lithuania. He's going to tell you some information about the small kind of reference project we have in this region. It's approximately 3,000 cameras. It started already in 2013. So with that, I would like to welcome Oleg from Lithuania.
Hello, everybody. I'm Oleg Sokolov from Lithuania. I'm working for Bosch Business Technologies, and I'm taking care of complete product portfolio out of the BT product range. And I'm also taking care of business development, pre-sales support, after-sales support, and first-level technical support.
Yeah, you're kind of doing everything there, Oleg. So,
right.
Interesting. This border project we have in Lithuania, could you tell us a little bit about it? Because it's a huge one. It's not just one border, it's several borders. And you got involved pretty early in this one, together with the system integrator and the end user. Could you please tell us a little bit about that solution?
Yes, right. Absolutely. For the first time, I've heard about the border projects yes in 2013, when our end user and system integrator approach each other, and together with Bosch, we help end user to develop the upcoming concept how to secure the border projects. So we came up with the idea that the best way would be the remote video surveillance. So for that, we used our super starlight sensitivity cameras with the embedded intelligent video analytics. And you're right, Anders, this is not the single project. This is the complex solution consisting out of more than 10 projects nowadays. That's a different border lanes, different border projects, ranges. And the complete scope up to now, I think it's roughly 3,000 cameras, 3,000 channels used to secure border between the Lithuania, Russia, and Belarus. So in the upcoming future, we're expecting to have another, most probably 3,000 cameras. So with that, we will cover complete border, which is almost 1,000 kilometers length.
Wow. Okay, interesting. Oleg, I think also the people out there are pretty curious about the technical solution, and I know you cannot tell all the details, but could you please tell us a little bit about how this video analytics is working in combination with other sensors, and also what the need for the end customer was regarding this? Why were they actually investing in a border protection solution?
Yes, there was a huge pain point, a headache for the end user, how to protect the border, because there was the enormous number of illegal border crossing, including the smugglers. So the right way to offer the concept was first to use the video cameras with intelligent video analytics, but end user was definitely keen to ensure almost 100% protection, just to avoid any single case of illegal crossing. So that was a combination of different techniques and technologies. First, yes, this is 24/7 video surveillance, and our cameras with embedded intelligent video analytics helps to detect every one moving object crossing the border lane. Secondly, to increase the chance of the detection, end user also involved the underground sensor cables. So everyone who is approaching the border lane also is being detected by that sensor cable. And combination of this alarms, of video alarms and the alarm from the sensor cables, gives that almost 100% reliability. And that was explicitly stated by the representative of the end user. He says now that we're completely sure that no single object, including the wild animals crossing the border lane, cannot be left unnotified, and the border guards taking the proper actions to protect the border lanes and avoid illegal crossing. So
Yeah.
both
Oleg, sorry to
technologies,
interrupt you here. I think it's very funny and very interesting regarding wildlife animals and wildlife and animals. I think we will actually see a few clips later on here, how it looks like, because all these cameras that are capable of detecting with the video analytics and in combination with some other sensors also captures some wildlife and animals during nighttime. Right?
Absolutely. That's really fun to see, and the end user has shared that information legally on his Facebook account, so everyone can see how funny the life at the border lanes might be. So there is a number of video footages when border guards has filmed the wildlife habitants crossing the border lanes from one way to other. So a different variety of wolves, of elks, of mooses, even a bear crossing the border lanes. And some of the videos are really fun. And as I have mentioned, no single attempt to cross the border lane, would it be the human or wild habitant, cannot be left unattended. So as you can later see, that wildlife is really fun, and the border guards who are doing the surveillance of the border lanes sometimes might be entertained by these funny videos as well.
Yeah, it will keep them awake during the night. Okay. Oleg, that's also very interesting. I'm not sure exactly how much I can mention about this one, but since it's several thousands cameras, and I think this autumn we will have almost 4,700 or 5,000 cameras being deployed. Do they have issues with false alarms from these cameras, from the video analytics, if you consider this from a false alarm scenario?
Yeah, it was a case maybe 5 years ago when our customer was using our previous generation cameras with video analytics, but after we have presented our brand new cameras with improved intelligent video analytics performance and the proper configuration of the video analytics rules and calibration of the cameras, nowadays helps to avoid whatever kind of the false alarms. There are not many alarms really indeed, so our cameras really helps end user to eliminate whatever kind of background movement, like moving trees, branch cross, and so on. So real moving objects, real humans, the illegal offenders who are crossing the lanes, even the wild animals, are causing alarm, which our intelligent video analytics is notifying and letting the border guards know.
Yeah. Okay, to wrap this up, because time is running fast when you're having fun, and we also have some other topics we would like to discuss with the people out there in this talking newsletter. The most important thing to consider when you set up an intelligent camera for these kinds of solutions like border protection, what is your take out of this one with the experience of all these thousands of cameras? When you set up your intelligent cameras, what should an system integrator really focus on to make sure the solution is working as good as possible?
First, I would say they should be considered the turnkey solution from the edge devices up to the video surveillance system, the software. So this is something Bosch was able to offer to system integrator and end user. So starting from the cameras, recording solution, Bosch video management system, that combination of our unique technologies help end user to be really confident in the technology they having on site. And as I have mentioned, no single false alarms is to be notified on the border ranges. And our technologies, thanks to that high reliability and high product quality, really helps end user to feel confident and being calm when it comes to the border protection. So the one
And
who
also
will consider the one who will consider of using what kind of system to be used first have to be evaluate and assess the system from the one hand, from the one manufacturer, just to ensure that homogeneous concept, homogeneous solution to be employed on the end user side.
Regarding video analytics and the deployment, setting it up, some specific things you would like to tell the people out there what they should also be very careful or very focused on when they set up the analytics in the cameras?
Yeah, I see your point. Very often, even though that our intelligent video analytics has a very high robustness, but it's all about the right camera calibration. So if you, the one who would like achieve the long detection range and the high reliability detection range, should consider how the camera is installed, and secondly, how the analytics is configured. So first, the one should start from the right and very thorough calibration of the camera, and then when it comes to the analytic rules, also the right fusion of different analytic rules and technologies need to be considered during the configuration stage. So the right calibrated camera and the right applied analytic rules, it will give you the high detection range and the high reliability, avoiding the false alarms.
Okay, so thank you, Oleg. A lot of nice information and some lessons learned from all these thousands of cameras. I would like to thank you very much. And now it's over to the next topic in the Why Bosch part of this newsletter. So thank you very much, Oleg, and have a nice day, and over to the next topic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Oleg and Anders, for sharing that information. It was some really interesting clips to see also, and yeah, impressive case. And now we're going over to the product update, where we're going to hear Ozan, Peter, and Anders telling you what we can do with our product portfolios. Over to you guys.
Hello, my name is Ozan Reşat. I'm the product manager for communication systems for Nordics in Bosch Building Technologies. Today, I would like to show you very briefly what we have in our portfolio. The communication systems family brands are Bosch, Dynacord, Electro Voice, RTS, and Telex. Offers the world's most complete portfolio for professional audio and communication solutions. Basically, when we say communication with the Bosch brand, we mean, of course, voice alarm systems, which is the part of security and safety systems world. And then we have other communication systems, commercial audio, conference and discussion systems, professional sound, and intercom systems. So all these portfolios we call communication in Bosch. When we're talking about the public address and voice alarm systems, we have a big portfolio there. Of course, all European standard EN54 certified, 4 different electronics systems for voice alarm, and of course a huge loudspeaker portfolio with more than 60 years of experience and superb sound quality. We have many references on public address and voice alarm side, but also on commercial audio side, we have a growing portfolio. And of course, we are watching carefully the market trends there, like in commercial audio today, Spotify and those kind of streaming softwares are developing, and Bluetooth is very important, digital signal processing for the amplifiers, of course, connecting everything with the IP networks. Design is very important because they are more like end user devices. And of course, being green is one of the mega trends right now. So on commercial audio side, we have a fast growing portfolio. And conference and discussion is a very niche market, but it's a very important product portfolio for us. Again, we have a big variety of products, so you can choose according to your needs, from interpretation systems to desktop units, flash mount units, multimedia, delegate units. So by far we have the biggest portfolio also there. So please contact us in case you have projects, because it is very possible that you can see our loudspeakers and voice alarm systems in an airport you are using, or we probably are protecting you when you're passing from the road tunnels, maybe even every single day, or when you go to a super luxury yacht like you see in the picture, you will probably listening some Bosch loudspeakers when you start some music in a stadium, in a shopping mall, or any kind of retail stores around Europe, around the world, in metros, public transportation, even in industrial areas like oil platforms, maritime verticals, these kind of niche verticals, or in a concert hall. We can support you in every project with big competence we have in Bosch and a great portfolio. So let's keep in touch.
Welcome to Bosch Nordic fire alarm session. Did you know that Bosch have developed fire alarm systems since 1920, meaning we have more than 100 years of experience in fire alarm? Today we will talk very briefly about Bosch fire alarm product portfolio. Let's start with the panel, the heart of the fire alarm system. The panel we call Bosch Avenar panel. It's a modern with touchscreen, and it doesn't matter if you have the very big project, the mid-size project, or if you have a small project. It's the same setup, it's the same family, meaning you learn one system, you do one kind of projecting, one kind of commissioning and maintains, and this is cost effective. Also to mention about the Avenar panel is that it's integrated switch. So if you would like to connect to the IP world, doing networking, you don't have to buy a separate switch. You don't have to install a separate switch. everything is integrated. More about the panel, you can integrate the voice evacuation system, so you can supervise, you can actually evacuate from the panel. Also, very cost effective. You don't need to install all this wiring in and output. It's only one wire. We call it Smart Safety Link. With this setup, you can also get very intelligent evacuation. We call it multi-channel evacuation. Let's talk more about it if you contact us. Please contact us about it. Let's look into the detectors. One example, up in the middle, we have a Bosch fire alarm detector flush mounted in ceiling. It's cover protect. It's dual sensors. It detects gases and more, and you can get it in different colors. Could look very good. More about the fire alarm detectors, we have Bosch AvioTech. And what's new with the Bosch AvioTech? You can detect fire in total darkness, meaning 0 lux. And what's the benefit of the video detection? Well, the benefit is that you don't have to wait for the smoke or heat reach a traditional detector or what kind of system you're using. You detect flame, you detect smoke from where it is, and this is very time saving in several cases. And more about the detectors, traditional detectors of course, and we have the complete portfolio, multi-sensors, double wavelengths in the chambers, etc., etc. Another thing that I would like to mention is Bosch all-in-one detector. All-in-one detector, that is 3 functions in one detector, meaning you connect one wire and you get flashlight, you get sounders, and you get the detector functions in the same detector. This is cost saving, and also what to mention about it is that you can have 125 flashlight in the detector loop, supported, powered from the detector loop. The detector loop itself can be 256 addresses, and of course everything is EN54 certified. Next detector we talk about, that is aspirations detector. Bosch aspiration detector is integrated to the detector loop, so you get it supervised, you get information from the aspiration system, etc. Finally, I talk about that we have the very modern, updated, fresh remote functions when you would like to supervise the fire alarm system. So with the remote you can easily do commissioning, maintains, and for the end user and system integrator you also get the notifications in your iPad or what you are using. That was all for Bosch Nordic fire alarm session. Thank you all very much for watching, and stay safe. Thank you.
Now it's time for some video systems update and some product news. I will be focusing on the products coming up here in the upcoming months. The one coming up in the summer I will have a separate session about. First of all, Flexidom Micro 3000i. New family members coming. We will have an outdoor version of the already so popular indoor version of the Micro 3000i. So we will have a brand new family member being able to be used outdoors in harsh environments, IP66 and IK10. It's a really nice extension to this family. And to make the family even bigger and better, we're also bringing out the 3000i turret. The turret is a product that has been used quite a lot indoor. It has some great feature sets when it comes to built-in infrared illumination, wide-angle vision, and a really nice image quality. Now you will also have it as an outdoor version, and it's a great benefit for all of us using the 3000i series. Also coming up, we will have now shipping in January the Autodome Inteox 7000i. These are the first cameras from Bosch with the complete openness to install and use third-party apps on your cameras. So Autodom Inteox 7000i will be shipping in January. And at the same time, we will also be providing the mic, the metal Mickey Inteox 7000i. Same story there. The camera you know, the one you're using today, the moving ones, will be available as Inteox cameras. I will talk a little bit more about that one in a few slides. Also, coming up in March, it's not an Inteox camera, but it's the new Autodom IP5100i infrared. These features we're seeing in this one has been asked for such a long time in this Nordic region. It contains Viper, it contains infrared light, it contains white light, it has the starlight capabilities, and it also comes with a brand new feature called HDRX. HDRX is the feature and the functionality to provide really good imaging in both bright and dark areas at the same time. And when we did the update of the camera block in this one, we also took the chance to do the camera block update in the Flexdom IP Starlight 8000i. So what you will also see is two brand new versions with HDRX in a 2 megapixel version and in a 4 megapixel version. And what is this HDRX? Yeah, first of all, it's really improving the sensitivity in the Starlight functionality and technology we're using. Sharpness is improved, less noise, and even better image quality in dark environments. At the same time, we will be able to bring out these clear details even in low light environments without noise. And that is one of the most important things, to bring down the bitrate and also to keep all the details in the image. One other thing that you might have seen using an HDR or VDR camera is that when you have fast moving objects, you will get some image artifacts. You don't have that out of the HDRX. It's really a feature and a functionality that will improve your functionality when you're using high fast moving objects in areas with different lighting. So this is a extremely nice improvement in the Autodom 5100 and the Flexdom 8000i. Regarding Inteox, yes, we are now launching the moving ones, and we will in the summer be bringing out the fixed ones. These ones are the cameras where you can start making completely new solutions using third-party apps in parallel with the already known Bosch things you have in the camera. You will have the Bosch IVA, the Bosch data security, the Bosch image quality, but at the same time you can use the third-party apps developed by a third-party manufacturer, putting them onto the Security and Safety Things App Store. So what I do right now is I'm recommending you to go into the Security and Safety Things App Store, look what's there, and start imagining what you can do with the Bosch camera with all these nice apps from a third-party manufacturer. That was the short update and information about the Bosch products. And with that one, I would like to say thank you very much, and over to Björn.
Thank you, guys. It was very good overview. It was not so detailed, and that was the idea. It was just to explain what we have in the portfolio. But that leads me to the next point: webinars, events, and trainings. As I said before, we've done more than 24 events or webinars last year. And I was actually lying saying that it was 10,000 views, but we actually is succeeding 13,000 views. So we really believe in producing more of those. So for 2021, we will continue to produce those short webinars on specific products, features, or whatever we think or you think could be interesting. So if you have something specific, get back to us and we will try to do it. About events, 2021 will hopefully not be the same as 2020. So we will continue with this talking newsletter, but also hopefully after summer we will start doing face-to-face activities. And as I said before, 2019 we did more than 100 face-to-face activities. We want to be back there, we want to be out there, we want to speak to you, we want to show you so you can touch and feel the latest products and see the features by yourself. About trainings. Also, 2020 we had to change So we did the first ever remote trainings, and we did more than 24 trainings face-to-face and virtual last year. We did the first in all of EMEA virtual classroom for BVMS and video analytic. We also did the first in EMEA Presenza remote classroom training. All three of those has been great success, and we're going to continue doing that. But for 2021, of course, we hope that we can also start doing more schoolroom trainings, because that it is easier. And we also like to be out there with you. So we will expand. And the agenda is already on the website for the trainings that is available now. So go in on the website. You can see it down here, because Roger did a nice subtitle on it. And sign up. There is limited seats, so first come, first serve.
So, welcome everybody to our first live talking newsletter quiz. We have been listening to your feedback, and one thing that you really enjoy was when we were using an interactive tool for our events. So we thought, why not use it today as well? And we're gonna use Menti for this. And for using Menti, you need either your smartphone, tablet, or if you're sitting by your computer with two screens, you can use the computer as well. But what you need to do, you can either scan the QR code that we are showing now below, or if you're sitting by your computer, you need to go to your web browser, entering menti.com, and then entering the code 37 18 21 8. So go to menti.com, entering the code 37 18 21 8. Or if you're just scanning the QR code, you will be entering the correct presentation directly and doesn't have to enter the code. I will be showing my iPad here at the same time. So if you are seeing this on your screens at the moment, you know you're in the correct presentation. And once we're here, I would like to highlight one button that says Open Q&A. And here we would really appreciate if you could write your feedback to us regarding this event, since we will be doing this more times. And I also would like to say that Menti is an anonymous platform, so we will not know who is writing what. We're gonna start this Menti session with some open questions, and then we will move over to the live quiz. So if you look down now on your screens, you will see a question, and that is, where are you joining from today? Home office, the office, the sofa, maybe some lucky ones of you are joining from the beach. And I guess time is over 5 o'clock somewhere in the world, so maybe some of you are joining from the bar. But I will pick the office and then submit. So yeah, as I can imagine, a lot of you are sitting at home during these time, since I see that, yeah, some is actually in the office. And also, as you can see, the code is visible during this whole presentation. So once again, I repeat myself, go to menti.com, enter the code 37 18 21 8, and then you will also see the question. So, moving on to next question. What did you think of today's event? And here I would like to highlight that you can choose more than one option. So if you think it was just okay, maybe it was because it was too long, too short, or not enough focus of your business area. But let's hope you all liked it a lot. So I can see there are some mixed results here, but most of you seem to like it, or at least thought it was okay, which is we are really happy of. Let's see. Moving on to next question. How likely are you to join a face-to-face event in 2021? Very likely, unlikely, maybe later in the year, or don't know. I must just say, for a personal point of view, I really miss the face-to-face events, so I really hope we can have some later in the year or soon. But it's good to know that you also would very likely to join a face-to-face event, which we're really happy about. So last open feedback question. How did you hear about this event? From a Bosch employee, LinkedIn, from newsletter, or other? And this is really important for us to know, so we know how to reach out to you when we are hosting these kind of events. But I see we have some mixed results here, which is really good, because then we know we can reach you on several channels. But most of you heard about this event from a Bosch employee, which is really nice, because then I know my colleague is doing or spreading these events very nicely. So good job to you guys. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the live quiz. So, how the quiz will work is that you are giving a random avatar and also a random nickname. You can change your nickname to your actual name if you would like. And of course, we have a prize. So one of you is gonna win this screwdriver set from Bosch. And we're gonna determine the winner at the end of this live quiz. And we will ask the winner to take a screenshot of their screen, because it's gonna show if you are the winner of the quiz. And then send that screenshot to your Bosch contact, or if you don't have a Bosch contact yet, maybe you're new to Bosch, you can send it by using our contact form on our webpage. And we will be linking to this webpage at the end of the quiz as well. So, if you look down on your screens now, you will see that you are giving a random avatar. And also the random nickname. But I see there are a lot of participants joining, which is really fun. And also, I would like to say that the faster you answer these questions, the more points you get. So you have to answer fast and also, of course, correctly. So I see people are still joining, which is really nice to see. But I think it's time to start the quiz, because we have a time schedule to hold. So, are you ready for first question? Answer fast to get more points. Which statement below are free of the Bosch brand promises? Easy to install, quality, CSR, responsibility, global partnership, quality, product design, responsibility, global partnership. Tricky one. But it was a mixed response. And this was mentioned by Björn in the beginning of this presentation. But it is responsibility, global partnership, quality, and the fourth one was fascinating products. Moving on to second question. And once again, answer fast to get more points. Which celebrity lives near the conferencing project for the Finnish case study? Mads Mikkelsen, Alicia Vikander, Kimi Räikkönen, Santa Claus, Morten Harket. Who can it be? It was mentioned. And maybe the most famous person in the world. It is Santa Claus. Good job. Third question. Hope you are ready. How many wild boars appeared in the video from Lithuania? Did you count them? There were quite a lot of them. So 10, 12, 14, or 16? Who got it correctly? It was 16. So it was a big family, and it was included with Mama and Papa Pig. Very important. Moving on to last question of this quiz. Hope you are ready. What is the new Aviotech feature? Available in blue, can detect fire and smoke in total darkness, new lens options, can use IVA at the same time. Yes, this was also mentioned during the fire presentation. And yep, wow, most of you got that right. But now, the most exciting part. Who is the winner of this quiz? Let's see. It is Nicholas. So Nicholas, please take a screenshot of your screen now, because it says there that you are the winner, and send that screenshot to either your Bosch contact or by using our contact form that we are linking here down below. So congratulations to you, Nicholas, and thank you all for participating in this live quiz. Wish you all a nice day, and now it's back to Björn. Thank you.
So that was all for today. So thank you very much for listening and watching. And this will be repeated. So stay tuned. We will soon be on the air again in this nice studio that Roger has produced. So thank you very much to all of you that has participated, and also all our guests. Thanks.